Ẹ̀kọ́ fìlà ní sẹ́ agídí Èkìtì pọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ fìlà ẹ̀ ti wo yàrá ẹ̀.
Ìṣèlú ìjà kó wá bá nìkan jésù rè mo bá ti ìgbò láìfọ. You can me say I should have to record. She can record it. Are you ready? So yeah.
Yes, we are on live on YouTube. Yes, which is our desired destination any day, anytime. And we are talking about the fact that today is the opening ceremony of the 2024 Olympics. Of course, this is the day we all have been waiting for, and now we are here. Finally, we are live, and I have with me my partner, Kenny. Kenny, say hello to our viewers.
Hello, viewers. It's a pleasure to be here.
Exactly. And today is a special day. We're talking about today being the day that in sports, the biggest sporting events in the whole world that happens every 4 years. Today is the opening ceremony. The Paris 2024 Olympics.
That's the greatest show on earth.
Yeah.
By all statistics.
Yes.
What I have some.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Mind-boggling statistics.
Correct. Exactly.
10,714 athletes from 203 countries.
Yes.
All over the world.
Yes.
The astonishing part of it is the logistics.
Yes.
Of organizing such a massive event within 2 weeks.
Exactly.
that bothers me a lot.
You see, the reason why it shouldn't bother you is the fact that, yes, it's going to be a 2 weeks event, but you must not forget that they had like 8 years or more to prepare for the Olympics. Like we already know, we're in 2024, but we already know that the 2028 Olympics is taking place in Los Angeles.
Yeah, okay.
So we knew that these games was going to be held in France like 8 years ago, 6 years ago. So now they had enough time to prepare. 9 billion euros.
That's amazing. That's extraordinary. Now, the point I'm really making is, if you look at the Senior World Cup, which is basically probably the second biggest show after the Olympics, and you had about 4 weeks to plan for just about 823 footballers.
Yes.
Now, because I'm breaking out this stat on assumption that you have about 26 man squad in a 32 team tournament.
That's right.
And if you do the maths, you see you have just about 823 footballers.
That's right.
And you're organizing that for 4 good weeks for World Cup.
That's right.
We are now looking at more than about 15 times that in number of athletes.
Of course.
Now, the exact number of athletes coming to this game is 10,714 for 329 events in 32 sports.
Yes.
And now you are not organizing this within 4 weeks. You are doing it half of the number of days it takes to organize the Senior World Cup.
Yes.
I mean that's you need almost perfection.
Yes.
Almost everything has to be spot on before. And also the coming Olympics today, the opening ceremony I had for the first time. They are not doing the opening ceremony inside the stadium. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, this is the first time. This is the first time in the history of the Olympics, yes, that the opening ceremony will not be held inside the stadium. It has never been done. This time around, it's going to be held over water. Wow. So you can imagine that the number of athletes that you mentioned, about 10,600 and something athletes, they are all going on water, for the opening ceremony of the Olympics. It has never been done. It has never been seen. And that's exactly one of the things that is making the Olympics unique. The apart from the unique opening ceremony, about four events have actually been added to the Olympics just to appeal to the younger generation. Skateboarding, you know that the younger generations, they like skateboarding. You know, there is climbing, you know, that has been added to the Olympics just because of the younger generation. And guess what? There's what they call breaking, which is break dance. You know what we do when we were much younger? The break dance and all. Exactly. So that as well has been added to the Olympic Games for the first time in history.
It's a 6-kilometer route.
Exactly.
Across the river.
Yes, exactly, across the river. And unfortunately, some events have to make way. For example, karate is not making it to these Olympics. Cricket is not making it to these Olympics. Baseball is not making it to these Olympics. Softball is also not making it to these Olympics. But the good thing is that they will all be back for the Olympics in 4 years' time in Los Angeles. But in this particular one, 45 sports will be taking place. About 320, 29 medal events. This is the second largest in the history of the Olympics, just behind the last one in Tokyo 2020. But then that brings us to that discussion. Out of all this, about 45 sports, 320 something medals are up for grabs. How many can Nigeria grab?
Let's first of all look at the statistics of Africans.
Yes.
Number of Africans athletes that will be participating in the Olympics.
Yes.
To see whether by number the continent is disadvantaged.
Yes.
To even start with.
Yes.
The data I have here is globally, precisely 10,714 athletes are coming, and out of this, 1,003 of them are coming from the African continent. And the country with the least number of athletes coming is Somalia.
Wow.
Somalia is coming with only one athlete because
why?
Because the arrangement in the Olympics is that apart from being a sporting event, Olympic is a celebration of humanity. So and under IOC rule, every country must have at least a representative.
Yes.
Even if the athlete is not competitive enough, but at least so by this, Somalia is coming with the least number of athletes from Africa, which is one. The highest number of contingents is coming from South Africa, 149 athletes, followed by Egypt, 147. Then Nigeria is number 3, 88 athletes. And Kenya, 72.
You mean out of all Africans?
Yes, Africans.
Yes.
Africans. But globally, so all the African countries that are participating in the event, the highest number of contingents is coming from South Africa, which is 149 events.
Which country is second?
Egypt.
Egypt, right?
Egypt,
and Nigeria is third.
Third, 80.
You see, when you look at the history of sports in Africa, the All African Games, which is now known as the African Games, you see that those three are oftentimes number 1, 2, 3. You see, those days when South Africa were banned because of apartheid, it was a straight battle between Egypt and Nigeria. Egypt oftentimes coming first and Nigeria coming second. The only time that didn't happen was when Nigeria hosted it in 2003 in Abuja, and Nigeria won it. But since South Africa made a return from apartheid-induced ban, Nigeria lost place to South Africa, surrendered the second place to South Africa, and found herself every time in top position. Egypt and South Africa alternating the first and second position respectively. So I'm not surprised that this Olympics will have 3 countries coming with the highest number of contingents, and it has to be Egypt, South Africa, Egypt, Nigeria. And in the order. And the country with the highest number, as usual, for the event is United States, 592. Wow.
Will be 592 athletes.
Wow.
Followed by the host country, France, 573 athletes coming from. Then the top 10 are United States, France, Australia, Germany, Japan, China, Spain, Italy, Great Britain, Canada. That looks like G8.
Yes, but you see,
Is there any correlation between economy and sports from this? Because from the statistics, I mean, all the GA countries are in the top 10 of the.
For a country to have expended a whopping 9 billion euros plus, on hosting, you expect that
9 billion.
Yes, 9 billion euros, and that's to tell you that it's going to be very difficult as of now, or the immediate future, for an African to host the Olympics, because you want to ask, when you remove 9 billion euros, and it's even because this is 2024. For example, you want to have an African team host it in the next 8 years, because we already know Los Angeles is hosting the 2023 edition. Now you want to have an African team host the edition in 2032. It will no longer be 9 billion. You might be talking about 40 billion.
Adjusted to inflation.
Where can an African country bring out such an amount of money and the economy will not collapse?
Will not collapse, and you are thinking of breaking even. And another challenge in Africa is maintenance culture for established infrastructures for this kind of massive event. Because if you look at the London Olympics, for instance, some of the stadia they use, they either privatize them, like the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium now was an Olympic stadium, so they sold it to Tottenham Hotspur. By that, the Olympic Committee of Great Britain recovered some money from that, and you are talking about the reused infrastructure. So even if an African country could dare, because there's some African countries you think they have the potential, like South Africa, maybe probably Nigeria, and yes, even if they dare to go extra miles to borrow money here and there and get it done, how do you recoup some of the money back in terms of marketing, in terms of maintenance culture of the? Okay, like, for instance, look at Britain.
That's right.
Yes, most of the venue can be bought and be used by big football clubs.
Like Qatar, when they hosted World Cup, they had so much that they could even dismantle the stadiums and send to less privileged.
There's a stadium in Qatar. They said they made it from scrap metals.
Not one. Not one. Yes, exactly.
So that's they said like a junk, molded into a stadium.
Exactly.
And they dismantled it.
Oh my God. And then they send it to less privileged countries for them to assemble, and before you know it, they have a stadium. That is unbelievable. So basically we are talking about the opening ceremony for the Olympics, Paris 2024. But now, Kenny, let us look at Nigeria. We are looking at a situation whereby we are expecting so much from our contingent. Who in particular are you looking at that is a sure bet for Nigeria?
The first thing I advise people to do when big competitions and big championships come knocking is, all over Africa, not Nigeria particularly, we need to be modest in our expectations, because Olympic is the highest level when it comes to this event. Something close to it is another World Athletics Championship. That's the highest level, and the best of the best around the world are coming for the Olympics. Like what I was discussing with you before the studio was opened was that I saw some bloggers celebrating quarter milers, that's 400-meter athletes going to the Olympics, running average of 45 seconds. You don't celebrate that, because when you look at the fact that the world record is 43.03 seconds, and you know that almost 90% of the finalists will run the sub 44 seconds.
Sub 45.
Sub 45 definitely. So when you are going to a big event like that, and you have an athlete, your top athlete, your best is only 45 seconds, you have to be modest. You have to be modest in your expectations. So what I'm looking at, we have Toby Amuso, which is clearly the shortest best for Nigeria when it comes to gold medal in this competition. And we have a few what's her name?
Ese Brome.
In
the long jump.
Ese Brome in the long jump.
We have Adekoroye in wrestling.
Yeah. That's another.
We have some. We have Roots in weightlifting.
Yes.
We have Joyeze in wrestling.
That's a lady wrestler, the one that won the silver medal.
That's all. Adekoroye.
Okay.
Yeah, Adekoroye.
Okay. So we need to be modest. I think for now, the best bet for Nigeria for gold medal is Tobi Amusan. Yes. We saw our Falcon, the Super Falcon, played yesterday against Brazil. They did their best, but we should know that there's hierarchy in all these things. Now, that's why I said, when it comes to big competitions, let our participation be modest in Africa as a whole, because if the shortest bet of Africa doing great in these Olympics is in the area of the middle distance and long distance endurance races, which is predominantly dominated by the North Africans and the East Africans. Yes, we have some sprinters.
Perhaps we can nick something in the relay. You see, relay is one funny aspect of athletics. Yes, we have favorites. Jamaica, United States of America, Great Britain and all. But you see, on the final day, at the moment of reckoning, poor betting exchange oftentimes decide how good or how poor the betting exchange is. Oftentimes decide who thumbs up 1, 2, 3.
We are going to be.
We have been
depending on that.
We have been greatest beneficiaries of that. You see, the reason why it works for the lesser teams is because look at teams like America, Jamaica, Great Britain. They are a team of stars. So they oftentimes don't bother to practice on betting exchange. They all see themselves as stars, in their own rights, coming into the race. So at the end, poor betting exchange becomes their bane. And before you know it, they like the Trinidad and Tobago's, the Nigerians, the Bahamas, they come in and they steal the show. So you never can tell.
No, all hope is not lost.
Our 4x100 meter women is not bad. Remember that they're now at the World Athletics Championship in 2022.
The African fastest lady is that Ivona Libitalu.
Yes, Osetalu. We narrowly missed out of being on the medal table. We came fourth at the World Athletics Championship in 2022. The relay women team is good, but it's just that we have been inconsistent. No doubt about it. Yeah. But our surest bet, what looks like our surest bet, is Tobi Amusan. So anything can happen. Yeah. We could expect anything in gold, silver, or bronze. You understand? We desire the gold because Gloria Lose already gave us the silver in the same hurdles way back in 2000 and 2000 Olympics.
Yeah, Toby's up there with any of the top level.
Yes, exactly.
And please, there's one area I want to ask. From Morocco defeated Argentina. The trend has been coming from Morocco in football.
Yes.
You know what they did in Qatar?
Yes. I agree with you.
It was an unprecedented level.
That's right.
For any African countries, semi-finals.
That's right.
And they didn't beat main teams. They lose their way to them. And now I want the opening game, Morocco, Argentina. They didn't just win like 2-1. It was fantastic display of football. Artistry.
Led by Hakimi.
Yeah. Now, do you see Morocco repeating the exploit of the two former African countries that won the gold medal before? The pioneer of that achievement was the Nigerian Dream Team in 1996. The Nwangwu captain their side, they won the gold medal in 1996. Cameroon repeated the same feat 4 years later in Sydney, 2000. Do you see Morocco repeating the same thing?
You see, we have to first of all give credit to the Ghanaian team because the Ghanaians actually won bronze in 1992.
Yeah, Barcelona in 92. Yeah. So your Preco.
That's right. The Precos, the Kwame Ayus, and all. So they actually set the tone, for others to believe.
I think we're missing in Zambia.
Yeah.
In 1988 Olympics,
yes,
they are the first African countries to get to quarterfinals.
Yes.
Kamisha Boya.
Yes, but I'm talking about actually medals. You understand? The Ghanaians were the first to medal.
Yeah.
And you see, just like
Barcelona 92.
Yes, exactly. Before Nigeria did gold in 96 and Cameroon repeated it in 2000. What a fantastic set of Cameroon generation after winning the Nations Cup. After winning the Nations Cup in 2000.
Mboma was at his marvelous place.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the year he won the African Footballer of the Year.
So this Moroccan team is good, led by Ashraf Hakimi, defeating Argentina in fantastic fashion. However, I have my reservations. Javier Mascherano has not really been fantastic as a coach. You see, he has not matched his antecedents as a player.
So you see, are you trying to attribute the winning of Morocco to the weak Argentine side, or?
I'm yet to be convinced by Javier Mascherano.
Okay.
I'm yet to be convinced.
Okay.
I saw his team when Argentina hosted the Under-20 World Cup 2 years ago. Yeah. In fact, they were defeated by Nigeria. Remember, the Ladamboso-led team defeated Javier Mascherano's team. And from the result now, from the opening day of the Olympics, I think Javier Mascherano needs to do a lot more to convince us all that he's the coach, he's the real.
So, what do you think is the realistic chance of Morocco for Africa in football? We know the tendency of Nigeria and Zambia might not.
Their confidence is up there right now.
The South Sudan.
Yes.
I saw you on the YouTube.
Correct. Yes. Brilliant.
You have been following South Sudan.
That's right.
You were live in the
friendly O2
Arena. I saw your video. That video is really trending now on
That's right.
Most for YouTube. You can go there and check the YouTube video. Now, South Sudan, what is that in basketball? What is that? Because we knew about Angola.
Yes.
Traditionally, what is happening? South Sudan?
Exactly. No king reigneth forever. The reign of Angola is over, effectively. It's been over now for like
now South Sudan
10 years.
Slimly lost to America.
Yes.
United States.
In a scrimmage, in a pre-Olympic scrimmage. Yeah.
Is that a joke or something?
No, it isn't. The South Sudanese are good, very, very good. They have
NBA stars.
They have only 4 of them have actually played in the NBA previously, but had NBA experience. But they have players scattered everywhere, France, Lebanon, and all. They have the heights, they have the physique. The South Sudanese are naturally big. And for you to play basketball, 90% of the time, you rely on your physicality. And they are very brave and they are very determined. Coincidentally, USA and South Sudan are in the same group again in the Olympics, and they'll be going 2-2 again.
You will be there. You are going to France with them.
Yes, we will be there. Yes, so the fans can expect.
So the video of South Sudan USA is coming.
Yes, live on our, Yeah. So basically, that's a good one for Africa.
Sorry to continue. I have a quick some of statistics to roll out concerning the opening ceremony going on now.
Yes.
It said it's built to be the biggest open air show on earth.
Exactly.
A spectacle. So ambitious, it will shut down a city center and its space. 45,000 police and several army units has taken 2 years to rehearse in secret.
Wow. Say that again, please.
45,000 police and several units of army have taken 2 good years to rehearse in secret for today. Now, so when the Olympics open this discipline that is going on now, it will be the first time. The Tetrika Curtain Raiser will be the world's biggest sporting event as taking place outside the stadium. No opening ceremony has been done outside the stadium before. This is crazy. The route will be. It said the athletes will glide down river, dancers, pop stars, tightrope walkers, acrobats will perform daring feats on water, rooftops, on bridges, artificial islands using pontoons, floating pianos, helicopters, possibly even submarines will be on show, be on parade today. And we are looking at moving in a route of 6 kilometers with 300,000 spectators. That's a raw spectacle. Olympics outside the stadium with all the threat of terrorism. How do you see the audacity of France doing this? I mean, that's audacious.
Very audacious, but of course, like you read out, I mean, 45,000 soldiers, police have been training in secret for 2 years now without even anybody knowing. Then you want to try and figure out some of the things that France have already put in place to combat terrorism, to just in case of anything happening. So you just have to give it to them. Hosting the Olympics is not easy. It's the largest assemblage of sporting events and of course sporting participants all over the globe.
No, 11,000 athletes. We're not talking about officials. We're not talking about government delegates. We're
talking about the fans.
Oh my God, that's sea of humanity.
Exactly.
Sea of humanity
so,
in a city, Paris.
Yes, So as we begin to count down to our rounding off for the show, we have to thank everybody. Those that have joined in on us. One way or the other along the line since we started about 26 minutes ago and all. But we just have to wish the Nigerian contingent to the Olympic Games the very best of luck. And not only Nigeria this time around,
all Africans. Yes.
I expect that Africans blazing the trail in all aspects of sports.
There's a part of it. No African athlete has won a gold medal in a short put. You're right. 100 meters and 200 meters.
You are right. The likes of Maputo Express, they all tried their best. The likes of Frankie Fredericks, they all tried their best.
Now and Tobago.
Yes. Oftentimes they end up with silver medal, bronze medal. And all.
Are you giving any African short sprinter a chance? There's this guy in America, Noah is in the form of his life. Tobago came second in the World Athletics Championship.
It's going to be difficult. I will not lie to you. To be honest, the Americans, the Jamaicans,
that's their fault.
Right now they are in hot demand. They are in blazing form. But then I am a little worried that we are not talking so much about boxing. Boxing used to be our stronghold. Remember those days of exactly, Duncan Dukiwari, David Afiagbon, Richard Igbenegu, we used to go toe to toe with the Cubans. But all of a sudden.
So realistically now, apart from endurance races, short bets for East African and North Africans. So their area, which other area do you think Africa can come? Egypt table tennis, but we're talking about the Chinese.
Well, it's a difficult draw for Assad. It's a difficult draw for the Nigerian lad as well. It's going to be very difficult for Africa.
You see
because you have to give
Far Eastern countries.
That's right. It's going to be very difficult. Basketball, you want to give it to the United States of America.
South Sudan, what chance? Made a chance?
It's going to be tough.
You watch them. You watch them play, and you will watch them play again in France. You are going to France.
Really, really tough. But then let's enjoy it. let's enjoy what the Olympics has got to offer. I mean, for the next 2 weeks, morning, afternoon, night.
Complete showbiz today.
That's right.
French singer Aya Nakamura will be performing. Lady Gaga will be there.
Celine
Dion. No, that's assemblage of Snoop Dogg. That's assemblage of superstars for the opening ceremony. I don't think the French people, I don't think they want to take anything undone. They are not hiding. They want to deliver a genuine 24th century opening ceremony. Opening ceremony on water, 6-kilometer route. I mean, defying all terror threats. And I watch the games, the handball and the football matches. Fantastic.
Yes.
Infrastructure. Yes. And meanwhile, when we are talking about infrastructure, we are going to most is going to Morocco very soon. Morocco has the best infrastructure in the whole of Africa. How?
I agree.
Is that impacting on the progress of the sport?
Yeah, and as you can see, the whole world is going to Morocco. Morocco is where football is right now in Africa and in the world.
Is that why you are going to Morocco to cover this?
We are going to Morocco to look at what is going on in Morocco. How is Morocco standing far apart from the rest.
You want to do the story for
Morocco? Exactly. How is Morocco head and shoulder above everybody? But the Moroccans are hosting the Senior World Cup. You know, they are hosting the Junior World Cup as well. You know, for boys and girls, they are hosting Champions League matches. You know, they are hosting everything. You know, so that's the mecca of football right now in Africa and indeed the world. So
and most African countries are even playing their qualifiers.
That's exactly what we're talking about. You know. So thank you very much to all our viewers. Thank you very much to all our listeners. A big thank you to everybody that joined in. We'll definitely see you guys soon. Without a doubt, this is where to be. More sports. Kehinde, my partner, thank you very much. And I can assure you that afterwards we'll sit down, relax, and enjoy what the Olympics opening ceremony has got to
they can join us on YouTube too later.
Exactly.
And see many videos that are still coming up and other exclusive interviews coming up before the end of the Olympics.
Thank you very much for joining us and see you soon, guys. Bye.